SCP-3315 Perseverance. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3315 should be kept inside a copper-shielded thermal insulation locker and stored within the Site-76 Low-Risk Inanimate Object Warehouse when not in use. All personnel interested in research with the object must first obtain approval from Project Head prior to experimentation. Additionally, personnel requests for testing purposes require administrative approval and several rounds of D-Class screening prior to admission. All testing is to be recorded and observed from within Site-76 experimental chambers. This chamber should be retrofitted with a Faraday mesh and shielded with T3 thermal insulation pods that must be inspected daily by members of research staff. Description: SCP-3315 is the designation for a 25cm black aluminum ice pick with Perseverance engraved onto its handle. The object itself is comprised of non-anomalous material, with the handle composed of carbon fiber reinforced thermoplastic, featuring an aluminum carabiner ring on the blunt end. SCP-3315 is abnormally cold, registering in at about 193 Kelvin, approximately -79.4 degrees Celsius, and requiring use of protective equipment when handling the device. On the ring of the handle is a single handwritten note, laminated and attached via plastic zip tie. The note reads as follows: "O wanderer stuck forth in heaven's eye, what mysteries of yonder frozen ridges hide? Still your fate with the pig on high, when you climb to reach Perseverance's side." When an individual firmly grasps SCP-3315 and lifts it completely, they will disappear from all visual and global positioning systems. The subject will then be translocated to an alternate locality, defined as SCP-3315-1. During this period, audio broadcasting reception can still be detected with a decent clarity within 2 kilometers of the point from which SCP-3315 had vanished. Once the subject appears within SCP-3315-1, they will be unrecoverable until they expire, whereupon they re-emerge alive and unscathed within SCP-3315's original location. During the event, subjects are unable to die of hunger, thirst, or asphyxiation, nor will they be able to lose SCP-3315 intentionally or otherwise. All other forms of termination seem to work without issue. SCP-3315-1 appears to be a single mountain range of unknown size, subject to dense fog that obscures the surrounding area. Topological expeditions of SCP-3315 have yielded inconclusive data, suggesting that SCP-3315-1 is not located on Earth and is randomly generated with each instance of its manifestation. Despite this, certain items and features have been shown to reappear in different manifestations of SCP-3315-1. Research into how SCP-3315 constructs its reality is still under analysis. Addendum 3315-A Discovery and Recovery Log. SCP-3315 was brought to Foundation attention on May 11, 2002, after the hospitalization of Trailer Park Supervisor Francis Redacted, who had claimed to have suffered several delusional psychotic episodes in which he had found himself with lost time and in an unknown location. Redacted states that he had been cleaning up the unit of a tenant who was presumed dead in a house fire 3 days prior, when he was transported to SCP-3315-1 and perished rapidly due to hypothermia. After reappearing, he had attempted to return to work several times before finally admitting himself to a nearby hospital. A Foundation agent stationed as a nurse reported the claims and an official investigation was deployed. Redacted's tenant records were seized and determined that the lot in question had belonged to a Redacted. It is unknown if this is a real name or not, as no other records of such individual were registered within Redacted County, nor any of the surrounding counties. Redacted was unable to provide any further details about the individual, stating that they were invalid and that they had rarely interacted with the person in question. It should be noted that no remains were discovered among the wreckage of the trailer. Foundation efforts to properly identify SCP-3315 took place over the next day, during which its anomalous properties came to light. Anomalous Items Recovery Unit 33B, Scavengers, was assigned to the location. Records of the briefing can be found below. Anomalous Items Recovery Unit 33B, SCP-3315 Debrief Log 001. Note: following is a transcript of AIRU-33B member Agent Mackenzie Driscoll's debrief post-recovery of SCP-3315 to Site-76 Director Mahmoud Agarwal. Begin transcript. Director Agarwal: Alright, Agent Driscoll, if you would. Agent Driscoll: Okay. Agent Mackenzie Driscoll, Anomalous Items Recovery Division 33B, May 15th, 2000 and... Just please describe your experience when you were recovering the object, for the record. Sorry. We don't really get anything this interesting usually. Anyway, we were deployed to Redacted, some trailer park out there in the Pine Barrens, and Jacobs, Agent Jacobs, was on the job with me at the time. So we drove out there and started poking around the burnt-up unit. Jacobs was the first one to notice something off about the place. I mean, it was cold. Like, we stepped into what was left of the trailer and it just felt wrong. Not in a bad way, mind you, but it was weird. Care to go into more detail? Well, I then noticed the smell. It was frigid in there and it smelt like we were outside. Like, I could taste the snow and mountains instead of smoke and burned plastic. It was refreshing, but we were not dressed for the cold, and everything in the trailer was damp and covered in soot. Jacob saw the pick after a minute or so in perfect condition, and he reached for it, barely lifting the thing off the ground before he just up and vanished. The next 30 minutes were a blur. I radioed in that Jacobs had gone missing, and I remember that Site Command was in a bit of an argument about whether or not to dispatch a more, trained group before I heard Jacobs yelling from inside the trailer. And what did you do then? I went back inside, of course. Jacobs was young, not his first roundup, mind you, but this was something different. He was shivering and sobbing, and I just held him until the rest of them showed up. He was going on about the cold and endless snow, babbling like a baby, but otherwise unharmed. I'm just glad he was wearing his gloves, because probably would have lost a few fingers if he wasn't. Alright, what about the pick? It was just laying there next to him, inanimate. I knew not to touch the damned thing. A while later, more recovery agents showed up, Abernathy and Pierce, and I warned them not to touch it either. They got some tongs and put the pick in a plastic bag and brought it on site. Thank you, Agent Driscoll. That about covers it. No problem, ma'am. End transcript. Addendum 3315-B. Exploration logs for SCP-3315-1. Exploration log 3315-1-A. Time: 11:23 Greenwich Mean Time, September 6, 2002. Subject: D-85748. Supervisors: Agents Langstaff and Wyatt, switching places every 12 hours. Notes: Subject was equipped with a two-way earpiece and an Osprey 52 variant Extreme Environment pack. Begin log. Subject is instructed to activate earpiece and approach SCP-3315. Agent Langstaff: Alright, can you hear me? D-85748. Yeah, loud and clear. Great. Please proceed to pick up the object in front of you. Right. Subject bends over and grabs SCP-3315 and disappears from testing area. Holy hell. Please describe your surroundings. I don't like this. I'm not a fan of heights. Please try and be more descriptive of your surroundings. Okay, well, I'm in a mountain in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. There's snow and ice and it's windy as, God, Jesus, take the wheel. Alright, sorry about that. Are you okay? Yeah, I nearly ate it out there, but I'm good. It really is something beautiful out here, even though I'm absolutely terrified. Whew. It's gotta be well under freezing. This suit is a wonder, alright. Okay, which way should I go? Please, check your attached compass. No good. The pin is spinning constantly around. Any ideas? Do you see any identifying landmarks? Nothing, but I see some higher peaks in the distance. Maybe I should just follow that then. Have a good look around? Good idea. Please proceed. Sounds of wind and shuffling can be picked up for several minutes. Alright, I think I see some trees in the distance. Nothing much else. Lots of fog. Subject proceeds in this manner for some time, until 14 minutes 40 seconds, where loud sounds of scraping and movement can be heard. What? Oh fuck. I can't. Sounds of struggling and a sharp whine in the microphone can be heard. Ow! Okay. D85748. Are you alright? Yeah, but I'm stuck. Some snow moved and I'm caught underneath. Oh god, you have to send someone to help me. I'm sorry, but that is not possible at this time. Can you dig yourself out? Let me try. Okay. More movement and struggling is heard. No, I can't get out. I think I'm stuck for serious. Okay, don't panic. We're going to talk you through this. Agent Langstaff remains in contact with D85748 for the remainder of his shift, instructing him on how to conserve his body heat while aiding him in melting snow for drinking. Soon after, Agent Wyatt takes over. Agent Wyatt. Hey, D85748. This is Agent Wyatt. So, I don't know if this is good news for you, but you weren't gonna die like this, especially not by thirst. Whew. Well, this isn't helping me right now. I still feel it, the pain, and I'm so goddamn hungry. It's so cold. Don't worry, we will get through this. Yeah, well, I will preserve. Hey, yeah, that's it. Have you still got your pick? Huh? Oh yeah, look at that. It's half buried next to me. See if you can get yourself out, okay? Let me try. Sounds of movement are heard, followed by a large groaning sound, likely more snow displacing. Oh crap. Noises of movement grow louder until D85748 is no longer decipherable. Contact with D85748 is lost several minutes later. After 4 hours, subject reappears in testing area with SCP-3315. Audio recording equipment determined to have failed due to moisture short-circuiting the microphone. D85748 is inspected and found to be physically healthy and is prepped for further testing the following day. Exploration Log 3315-1A. Time 21:15 Greenwich Mean Time, September 8th, 2002. Subject D85748. Supervisors Agents Langstaff and Wyatt, switching shifts every 12 hours. Notes: Subject is equipped with a two-way earpiece and an Osprey 52 variant extreme environment pack, as well as a small digital camera. Begin log. Subject is again instructed to retrieve SCP-3315, which is accomplished with some effort. D85748. Alright, so here I am again. Somewhere else and... oh! I can see the same ridge. Looks like I'm on the opposite side of where I was before. A bit. Agent Langstaff. Please continue your ascension up the mountain. Here we go. Subject is heard climbing for the next 16 hours. I just made it up to the top of one of the bigger ones. Oh wow. This is just picturesque. Let me take a pic. After a moment, subject proceeds to traverse the next highest ridge. Subject pauses after the 5th hour. I'm at the next cliff, but this looks pretty sheer. There's a crag here that goes down pretty far. I can't see the bottom. Let's try going up. Audio feedback registers movement as D85748 scales the side. Several minutes pass before a loud cracking sound is heard. Oh. Oh no. Microphone registers miscellaneous scraping sounds and background noise. Agent Wyatt. You alright over there? I'm holding on to a ledge. I think it's gonna give up. Oh. Another large cracking sound is recorded, followed by some panicked vocalizations from D85748. Loud scraping and several thuds and groans are picked up over the next several seconds as D85748 presumably falls off the side of the cliff. Ugh. I think I broke my fucking leg. Oh, what? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What's happening? D85748 begins to sob. D85748, please report your status. I fell into the crag. It's full of bodies. They're so pale. They're broken into pieces like porcelain. Fucking hell, this D85748. Contact with subject is maintained for the next few hours before expiration, presumably due to shock. D85748 reappears in testing area unharmed and is cleared for further testing the following day. Exploration Log 3. Time: 1548, September 10th, 2002. Subject: D85748. Supervisor: Agent Wyatt and Agent Longstaff, who switch shifts every 12 hours. Equipment: two-way earpiece and a similar Osprey 52 variant extreme condition suit, and one hiking pole. Begin log. Subject starts at Site 76, Experimentation Hangar. Agent Wyatt: Alright, can you hear me? D85748. I can. Let's just get this over with. Subject obtains SCP-3315, and the test proceeds as prior. Subject continues on for an hour. I can see some footprints here. This path is a bit less treacherous than last. I wish I'd seen this before. D85748 proceeds unhindered for the next 12 hours. There's something at the top of this peak. It looks like shit. It looks like a cabin. Please continue and report anything unusual. Subject does not respond and climbs for another 3 hours. Okay, I've made it. Finally. Fuck you, mountains. Subject is heard breathing deeply. There's a house up here. It looks rustic, but it will do. No light inside. D85748's footsteps are heard to change from snow to something hard. This place is well made. Door's unlocked. Hello? Microphone picks up silence and background noises for several seconds. No one is home. It looks lived in, though. Some candles here. Let me light them up. Silence for 15 seconds. Subject is heard sighing. And I said, let there be light. Subject is heard moving. The sounds of wind can be heard blowing outside. And look at this. Potatoes? Canned goods? Someone really wanted to make themselves at home here. This place is actually quite nice. One small prize, but prize nonetheless. Agent Langstaff. Don't get too comfortable. Investigate the rest of the house, D85748. Don't you think I deserve some rest? Fine. More sounds of movement can be heard. The cabin creaks under pressure from the winds. There's a bedroom here. Small bed, probably made for one or two. Little nightstand too. Let me check the drawer. Oh. What is it? There is a note. And a gun. A gun? What does the note say? A revolver. It looks old. It's loaded. The note says, O wanderer, found atop these icy peaks. Climb the bodies broken over Perseverance's knee. May your stay be as well and rested as you so chose to be. For you and only you now are the one who sets you free. Silence for 5 seconds. D85748, please exit the house. Subject does not respond. D85748. Follow the command or you will face repercussions upon your return. You know what? No. Screw you. Screw you and screw the whole Foundation. I climbed this mountain. This place. I conquered it. I fucking broke bones to get to the top of this place. Now that I'm here, I understand. The ridges weren't meant for you. They're meant for me. I'm sorry, but what do you mean by that? What I mean is that you can go fuck yourselves. I'm staying here. At this point, subject removes earpiece and ceases contact with Agent Langstaff. SCP-3315 is reported missing, and D85748 is considered MIA. Following Exploration Log 3315-1C, SCP-3315 does not reappear in Site-76 for 3 years, 6 months, and 12 days. Radio contact with D85748 was attempted daily. However, the subject remained uncooperative, leaving his earpiece disabled for most of the time, and occasionally activating the headset to goad personnel and reiterate his victory. D85748 and SCP-3315 are both recovered without hassle. D85748 is promptly terminated upon his arrival and subsequent interrogation. Thank you for listening to SCP-3315. If you enjoyed this SCP, please follow the link in the description to the SCP Wiki, and vote it up to support it and the SCP Wiki as a whole.